Welcome to the first JV basketball game of the season from the Hinchy Gym for the men's program. As you got the West Rutland squad in the white uniforms on their home court, taking on Rochester, the Rockets. Now, I was informed these two teams have already played once this year, and West Rutland with the win in a very close competitive ball game. So, 8-minute quarters, overtime if necessary. I'll have the varsity version. There's the first basket off the penetration. We'll go to Rochester. Zach Allen, 22 with the basketball. Give off this side to Shane Stacy. That's Bartlett with the ball now. And I'll go through the whole roster for you as the night progresses along, but they'll go inside. Heels up and no good. Rebound controlled momentarily by Rochester, and it'll be tossed off from West Rutland. Stacy out of bounds. So Benson, number 10, to bring the ball into play. And you see the touch up there by his teammate. Actually, that was Benson with the touch-up as Ainsworth. And I'll get these numbers down. I think I still have it backwards, but I'll work on it. I can tell you now, it's 2-0 Rochester with the lead. West Rutland coming out in a zone defense. They're coached by Don Dunches, of course. And that shot will be good from the wing, put up and in. I believe it was number 12 with the basket, Gendron. And that'll make it 4-0. 1 minute into this JV basketball game. Again, PEGTV.com. Click video on demand. You can watch the local sports on the internet. And you can do it the old-fashioned way by just going to channel 15 on your television set. Bartlett between circles. They'll work against that zone defense. No, it's a man-to-man being played out there by. Because I'm watching. They're following people around, and they got the ball down low to Stacy. The foul occurred on the floor prior to the shot. It'll be a possession foul. Ball out of bounds on the baseline. Underneath the West Rutland basket, they'll line up in that stack formation on the far side of the box. Kerry Valenti-Fish doing the officiating, along with Keith Page, or Moose as they call him. Palmer could have gone straight up with the ball, elected to kick it back outside, and Stacy now. To Bartlett. Now, he's a good shooter, but they're trying to be patient and work for a decent shot against this defense being played by Rochester. Against 4-0, 2 minutes gone by. Rochester's JV squad with the lead. That was from Allen to Bartlett. They look inside on the flash. Allen was covered, and Palmer now will step up top, put it on the floor. The one dribble, and Stacy, ball fake, and might have traveled. Yes, he did. As they fed the low post to Eels, it became a travel, and the ball will go to Rochester. Again, they're enjoying that 4-0 lead with 5:55 to go in the opening quarter of play. So West Rutland girls program already been on channel 15 a couple times. Now we'll get a chance tonight to watch the men's program, the boys program. Juan Palmer just reached in, literally took the ball away from Gendron, and he got fouled on a hold call. And well, we'll get a number from Keith Page. So it'll be number 3. That'll be Ostro, Caden Ostro. There's been no timeouts taken yet, and a little more balanced looking JV squad this year than what we saw last year. No. That's their feeder program coming up through. Got to see them play last year a couple times. They got the ball in low to Allen, and right now they're being very patient offensively, but they're not looking for the end result, which is a basket. There's the penetration, and no, that was Allen with the drive. Bartlett along the baseline, going to dribble out of traffic, give the ball off the side to Eels. Stacy, nope, had a good look at it. Ball just wouldn't cooperate with him. Here's the break the other way. Rochester up ahead, up and foul, and the basket won't drop. That was Chadwick with the good attempt at the basket. He's going to line to shoot a couple though. That is called on Bartlett. That'll be his first personal foul. That's team's first, well, actually first foul of the ball game for West Rutland. And Chadwick's first shot is going to be good, and that'll push it down to a 5-0 lead. So Chadwick. Should mention too that the JV coach is Peter Parrish for Rochester. He's got his squad. That's not quite an hour ride down here from Rochester, but they got off the bus hot. They've got a 6-0 lead. Oh, yeah. Trying to force it inside, and the pass picked up and going coast to coast, baseline to baseline. They missed it. The follow-up, no good. Tipped around the line, that in line, and Rochester will come out of the pack with the basketball. That's Benson. Off the glass and in. That's funny because the coach down on this side for Rochester, Peter Parrish, was hollering reset, reset. And the kid put up a long three-pointer, banked it off the glass and in. And with the first timeout called by West Rutland, you got to get their footing underneath them. It's a 9-0 Rochester lead in JV basketball action. Needed, well-placed timeout taken by Coach Dunches. Of course, a former outstanding player here at West Rutland himself, as was his sister, Christy. And there's the seam in the defense, and I'll tell you, nice drive, no finish, though. Left it soft off the rim, and it's number 12, Gendron, that lost the dribble, or stopped the dribble, got it to Chadwick. He'll swing it on this side. Nice job of handling the pass, was low at the feet of Ainsworth. And Rochester looking at that 2-3 zone defensively, and I'll tell you, for a JV game, I mean, that shot missed and all, but you guys, you know, that was a good shot. Selection, I mean, that was doable. About to say, though, these teams really exercise tremendous patience. Dennis Phillips, number 32, coming in the ball game for West Rutland. He'll replace Lance Palmer, so Palmer, number 52, will get his first breather of the night. Rochester setting up in that box formation on the inbounds play. Puts the shot up, and it was a good shot selection. He just missed. Here's Bartlett quickly into the front court. We'll give it off on the trail. Well, I tell you, hot potato right now. Zach Allen, 22, just really never got a handle on the basketball for West Side. And William Bowen, number 20. Now, there's a Bowen on the West Rutland roster and a Bowen on the Rochester roster, so won't take a lot to confuse me. Because Rochester brought in 4 new players on that last break. Tell you, a nice post up there with the step to the basket. Goes off from Phillips' hands out of bounds. Taking the shot was Gendron, number 12 for Rochester. That's Bowen. Calls for the break. Oh, that's a kick. They'll just take the ball back out of bounds. He's trying to squeeze the pass, literally squeeze the pass through Phillips and Eels down there. And that'll be a turnover. Again, they hesitated. They wanted to kick the ball out here at the last second to Nick Burns, but the pass was just wide of him. It'll be a turnover. So West Rutland at the 3-minute 15 mark left to play here in the first quarter, scoreless. They trail 9-0. They've been held scoreless here. Stacy, Bartlett, and Phillips. Now Phillips was a good ball handler / scorer last year when I watched him play. And right now, if they post him up, he's got a height advantage downside, and they're looking for a good matchup. Bartlett up, and no. Crashing the boards was Eels, and then the putback no good. So a couple of chances, decent chances that time for West Side, and they just couldn't get the basketball to cooperate with them. So it stays 9-0 with 2.5 minutes to go. And I tell you what, that was the first rush shot that I've seen all night. Benson, that was the first one pass, and boom, took the shot that I've seen Rochester take tonight. Was it a bad shot selection? No, not really, but they had been much more patient prior to that. So Phillips is going to run the point now, Dennis Phillips. Allen and Eels. He was open at the three-point line. He'll penetrate and get the basket. Jacob Eels with the first 2 points of the night for West Side will make it 9-2. So you figure they've been held scoreless for nearly 6 minutes of this quarter, but yet they trail by only 7. So again, settle down, watch the whole game. It's going to be a dandy here. All in that. Been under the weather the whole fall and now in the winter. So I'll try not to cough and sneeze on air, but look at that, look at that. Got it. That Zach Allen got out there and got the push after the steal and makes it 9-4 now. West Side down by just 5 with 1:40 to go in the first quarter. So all of a sudden, West Side starting to find a rhythm offensively. Chadwick, no, had a good look too. Defense left him open. Mid-range jumper, just off the mark. Rebound chased down in the far corner by the Rockets. And yeah, it was Bowen with the drive. Stacy makes the move at midcourt, got past his first defender, and they'll work it around. And Up and no, trying to use the glass. Kept alive. The rebound on the outside. We picked up by Benson. Shot taken by, I believe that was Allen, if I remember correctly, 22 for West Rutland. So with 1 minute left in this first quarter, it's only had the one timeout. That's been nice. They've actually had kind of movement here, fluidity to the game. Bartlett will have his second foul. Yeah, he kind of hedged away from the baseline, and that allowed the Rochester player to start to take the baseline, and then he just got back late to the spot defensively, and that'll be his second personal foul. Now for Rochester, Jordan Hubbard, number 50 coming in, and also number 30, Trevor Mears. And this is their first time seeing action tonight for Rochester. Boy, I tell you what, Bowen not shy about shooting. Caught shot, missed, and with 44 seconds to go, Allen will handle the basketball here in the first quarter. To Phillips. Oh, Eels got behind the defender on the cut, missed the shot. Gendron got there late defensively, and they just didn't finish it. To Rochester, I doubt they'll play for the last shot. JV ball, like this kind of game's got the feel where they just don't have that discipline. Throws it up ahead to Stacy, and that's going to be out of bounds. Good hustle defensively down the floor by Rochester's Nick Burns, number 22, prevented a breakaway basket right there. So 14 seconds left on the clock, and that's plenty of time. They're already in their offensive end of the floor, West Rutland is. Bartlett staying in this first quarter with the 2 fouls. Phillips lining it up, and no, long rebound. Allen wants to push himself in there. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Oh, look at this. Oh, Phillips. That would have been a beauty. Stacy, nope. That's the first quarter, 9-4. Rochester's JV squad over West Rutland's JV squad on Munger Vision. After an ice-cold start by West Rutland, they trailed 9-0 with about 3 minutes played in that first quarter. They find themselves starting the second quarter down only 5 points. They had possession. The ball was tripped on the drive, and here comes Rochester. And I don't know how it wasn't a travel. There we go. Carey got it right. As Ostro will be called for the travel, or Ostro, I'm not sure which way you pronounce that. No pressure in the back court as Phillips, again, going to walk the ball up in the Hinchy Gym. Beautiful place to come watch a basketball game, whether it's a JV or a varsity or a women's or a men's game. Bartlett playing with the 2 fouls. Allen had one of the baskets in that first quarter for West Rutland. Stacy looked inside very smartly, didn't force the ball in there and create a turnover. And again, West Rutland's offense has been like this tonight, just been very patient. Look at that drive by Phillips and the hang time, and a good hustle effort by Bartlett, but it'll go out of bounds. So again, we'll have in the back court William Bowen, number 20, being joined back there by Travis Ainsworth, number 5. So 20 is Bowen for Rochester. I'll tell you, it's been a very controlled, settled effort by both teams here for early JV action, and there's a foul. And I'm looking if it's Phillips or if it's going to be Bartlett. Oh, that's 3 on Bartlett now. Well, I'll be surprised if Coach Dunches doesn't make a move and substitute for Bartlett with those 3 fouls. Yeah, and it's going to be Lance Palmer, number 52, coming back into the ballgame now for West Rutland. Yeah, so Bartlett picking up his 3rd foul with 6:52 left in the second quarter. And that one will be just off the mark. Palmer, just into the ballgame for Westside, will get that rebound off the defensive boards. There's a screen set by Phillips. Now push Allen into the corner where the ball will go out of bounds off from Bowen of Rochester. All right, so see if West Rutland can get a little more zip in their offense. Now, I just noticed also Stacy has the ball for West Rutland. Number 14 for Westside is Caden Bowen. So there's a Bowen out there for West Rutland and a Bowen out there for Rochester. So don't get confused like I am already. Phillips to Bowen, and he'll just snap the pass around to Stacy. Ball fake, up, and got it. That was a pretty move. From the ball fake to the left-hand finish, and cuts the lead now to 10-6, Rochester. Okay, some subs at the scores table for Rochester going to be coming in, as the only person in any foul trouble is Bartlett for West Rutland. There's 3 team fouls, and he's got all 3 fouls. Phillips that time got the rebound. Going to bring the ball up the court himself. To Stacy, just outside the elbow. Going to take a few dribbles, and again, swing the ball. Phillips saved it momentarily, taken away by Bowen of Rochester. He's cut off by Stacy at the free throw line, so he couldn't penetrate anymore, and now they'll set up their offense. West Rutland started with that 2-3 zone, and that's what they're in still, that 2-3 zone. Shot up and a little strong. Chased down on the weak side by Allen. Told to push the ball up the floor by Coach Dunches. To Phillips, to Bowen. They'll rotate. Oh, nice job of getting the ball, wheeling it down his side. Palmer had the good look. Rebound came down to Bowen, and it'll be chased down by Stacy. The pass was a little erratic, and travel called on Phillips. So Benson, number 10, and Chadwick, number 4, back in there in blue for Rochester. Second time these 2 teams have met this year, so could explain the real tactical pace that the game's being played at. They're familiar with what each other's personnel is and what each other's capabilities are. 10-6, Rochester. We'll have the varsity basketball game between Rochester and West Rutland men's basketball. No, the putback no good. Palmer to Phillips, and now he'll work it back to the center of the floor. Rochester will peel back and get set up in that half-court defense. And Phillips standing up top, running that offense. Cut to the free throw line, drew the defenders to him, then kicked it back off to Allen. Open, and no. That was an offensive rebound, no good. Palmer got the rebound off the missed shot by Bowen, and West Side with a couple good chances there, but we're at the midway point now, the second quarter, 10-6, Rochester. Set shot, guy, you always see that very often. Ainsworth, you talk about being patient and taking your time and squaring and everything you need to follow through correctly, and we'll have a West Rutland timeout as they trail by 6 with 3:52 to go in the second quarter of play. Out in the first half taken by Coach Dunches. And again, his squad has not played bad at all. They've been sometimes over patient when there's an open shot to make that one extra pass. I know some coaches listening would cringe at the thought of saying they're passing too much, but they're playing within their means right now. That's a good thing. Stacy to Palmer, and again, Rochester, to their credit, also not overcommitting defensively. Allen fouled. There's the drive from the wing. They spread the floor, and Allen will go to the line to shoot a couple. And that foul called on Rochester's Bowen. Allen with a lot of arc on that shot will be off the back of the rim, no good. On his second attempt, he'll coil, release, and got it. That was a beautiful looking shot by Allen. Makes it a 5-point deficit now for Rochester, or for West Rutland. I mean, Rochester with the lead and the ball, 3:13 to go in the half. Oh, look at Bowen. Everything but the basket. The follow-up, got it. That was Ostro, number 3 for Rochester. Nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on him, and he made that look awful easy. That was a good heads-up play, going hard to the basket. Bowen might have traveled and got away with it. And Bowen will pick up the loose ball as he got down, knocked out of Chadwick's hands. So go down low, and boy, tell you, Palmer with a big-time move right there. That was a varsity move by Palmer. And I'm not sure, but they're going to call the foul on Stacy. And that'll be Rochester now with the basketball. So other than Bartlett, that becomes the first West Rutland player to pick up a foul here in the first half. It's the 4th team foul, obviously the first on Stacy. Bartlett, I'm assuming, is going to stay on the bench the rest of the first half with just 2.5 to go in the second quarter. That's up and got it. 2-point shot. That came from number 10, Benson. Now the lead all the way back up to 9 points. Stacy to Palmer and to Bowen with the touch to Phillips. Phillips has been quiet here in this first half for West Side. Stacy got the defender in the air, a couple ball fakes, but that's going to be a backcourt, yeah. And coming in now for Rochester will be Nick Burns, number 22, as Chadwick will sit down, and wearing number 4 in dark blue. I'll tell you, they've gone at the point here with Bowen, number 20, for Rochester a lot of this first half. He didn't start the game. Boy, he's been busy. And Allen going to be tied up. Reached in there, knocked the ball away from Gendron, and going to stay down this one with Rochester. It's the arrow favoring the Rockets, and they'll have it on this end of the floor at the Hinchy Gym. Oh, too easy. Too easy. That was Gendron, number 12, with the bucket. And the lead now has gone to 11. That's the largest lead of the first half for Rochester. As Bowen called for the foul, and that's going to be just the 4th team foul. So both teams now with 4 team fouls. I'll bring Jordan Hubbard, number 50, for Rochester into the ball game, and he's going to replace Bowen, number 20. So tell you what, so Bowen did a good job out there for the Rockets. Phillips working off the screen. Thought they might roll Bowen to the basket after he set the screen. Tough catch. Allen will go up, and no. It was a very aggressive, strong move to the basket. He just had too much muscle on it, just overshot the hoop. Benson now between the circles will snap it off on the elbow. Looked to push the ball inside along the baseline, wasn't there, and Gendron had it, knocked away by Palmer and picked up by Phillips. Good defense that time by West Side. 64 seconds to go before halftime. It's been a long drought for West Rutland offensively here. And Palmer got a break. As Ostro for Rochester, his instinct was to hustle after the ball, and he did that, but then it went off his fingertips out of bounds, and West Rutland able to retain possession. Stacy backed his defender down to the baseline, and that'll be a foul. 5th foul as Allen beat his defender to the spot. That'll be Burns called for the foul. So Zach Allen now. Oh, well, Phillips, he hasn't quiet on that one. He'd been quiet too long, and that was a great drive. That's the Phillips I'm used to seeing. 18-9, that cuts the lead in half, and just 26 seconds to go in the half, so. Gendron down inside, and boy, Ostro wanted to back him in, and that's off the mark. There's time, 14 seconds to go. Phillips got some pace going now, goes around the defender and drew the foul. Yes, it's going to be on Ostro with 8.4 seconds to go. Rochester wanting a timeout. Okay, so a timeout coming, and West Rutland will have the basketball. Stepping to the line and getting a lead cut down to 9. That's going to be the 6th foul team-wise on Rochester. Phillips will have a rim out on him. A little flat on the shot, and it rimmed out on him. Phillips on a second attempt to salvage one here will, Hoop just wouldn't cooperate with him. So Rochester, 6 seconds to go on the clock, into the front court between circles. And jump ball called. That's going to be the half. We'll have an 18-9 Rochester lead over West Rutland in JV basketball action. It'll be West Rutland basketball as we get the second half underway. 18-9 the score. Allen, Phillips, Stacy, Bartlett, and Eels, the starters out there for West Rutland. Ostro, Bowen, Benson. I'm trying to find number 10. Ainsworth. And number 30 out there, it's Mears. That's the 5 on the floor for Rochester. Just underway here in the second half. The first half, well, it was actually a pretty well-played ball game by both sides. Not a lot of fouls, not a lot of turnovers. The only person in foul trouble is Josh Bartlett for West Rutland with 3 fouls. A very cautiously played pace to the game in that first half by both sides. And this is Rochester's Bowen. And again, that West Rutland squad sticking with that 2-3 zone. They rotate the ball around, good passing, and Benson was open as they reversed the basketball quickly, got the defense sliding on that 2-3 zone, and hits the first shot of the second half, mid-range jumper, making it 20-9 Rochester. Stacy, great pass, great move, just didn't finish. Sean's had 2 or 3 of those baskets, and a travel call on the double team down there between Stacy and Bartlett, and they'll force the turnover. And West Rutland, even though there's a lot of time left, they got to start capitalizing on that good defense right there. Phillips, no. Rebound, Eels got fouled, almost got the shot to drop. He should be shooting 2. I'll wait for Keith Page to make it official. 2 shots, okay. So we'll have free throws after the fade as there's a timeout taken by Rochester. It's 1 minute and 11 seconds into the second half. Rochester wanting a timeout to discuss their effort so far in this early going into the third quarter. They lead 20-9, but Eels at the line for West Side. He'll get the first shot. Cuts it down to a 20-10 ball game. That was also the first foul called on Gendron, Derek Gendron of Rochester. Got them both. Oh, and that could be a turnover. It will be a turnover on a freaky play. As the ball was inbound. No pressure in the backcourt. They were inbounding to William Bowen, number 20, who slipped before the pass got to him and went off his hands out of bounds. So again, this is the type of thing you got to take advantage of if you're West Rutland. You know, you had a cold first half offensively. You're down by 9. Make a little run here. Bartlett will pull the ball back out between circles, and Ostro will follow him. This is Eels. Allen, his best weapon has been the penetration off the dribble by Allen. He'll stand on the perimeter. And I'm telling you right now, he could take his man off the dribble. See if they set that up. Stacy also on the penetration is a good offensive weapon. As Eels will have the touch, the ball fake, penetrated below the free throw line, kicked it out to Allen, and it'll be a little long and strong. And last touch by Stacy, 24 of West Side. The ball will go out of bounds. 6:04 to go, 20-11. Third quarter action. Munger Vision, PEGTV. Go to PEGTV.com, click video on demand, or turn your dial to channel 15. And nowadays there's no dial. You push the button on your remote. Saturday afternoons at 4 o'clock starts the games of the week. You can catch games that way. Also, just look at the schedule on the bulletin board. Also the schedule on the website and in the Rutland Herald, and find out when games will be played on television. So West Rutland, Phillips got fouled on the shot. Should be 3 free throws coming up. Yes, 3 free throws as he was fouled by Bowen way outside the arc. Yeah, so again, West Rutland getting a little of an edge momentum-wise here in the third quarter, down by 9, and 3 free throws coming up. That'll be Bowen's 3rd personal foul, and very quickly 2 team fouls now on Rochester. He'll front rim that one. And so Dennis Phillips will get to the second one. And now coming in will be Ainsworth number 5 and Chadwick number 4. Those are Rochester changes. So Phillips trying to go 2 for 3 this trip to the line. And he'll do it. A little help from the rim as he'll nurse it up and over the front and in. Closest that West Rutland's been in quite a while. They're down by just 7. See Ainsworth look but not take the shot, and they'll again work the perimeter, and Phillips gambled on it and just missed getting a steal, and Chadwick with a long shot. Rebound came down to Ostro, and Benson will get it. That's a 2-pointer for Benson. That's his second perimeter shot here made in the third quarter. He's been all the offense in the third quarter for Rochester. Back up by 9 at 22-13. Eels came up top. Great pass to Stacy. Good finish by Stacy. What a look down inside by Eels. I said you can, even though they're down by 7 and they just traded baskets, you can kind of feel the momentum building up a little bit here for West Rutland. Nice grab by Chadwick, and it will be saved by Ainsworth. And they'll work the ball around Benson with a touch. Chadwick. Again, it's been a very deliberately paced ball game. Oh, and yeah. And if that's Bartlett, that'll be his 4th. Oh, okay, good call. Now they went up Bartlett's back, but the correct call made as a foul beyond Chadwick. So that'll be the 3rd team foul on Rochester, which could become big here because we still have, what, do the math real quick, Chair. 3.5 minutes left, or yeah, 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter, and they're at 3 team fouls already. West Rutland without any team fouls yet. Now West Rutland's Bowen in the ball game, or number 14, Allen, up, no good. Eels mistimed his jumper. He had the offensive rebound, and look at the hustle down the floor this time by Chadwick. Got the missed shot up, and no, I'll tell you, Rochester crashing those boards hard, and it's going to be off from Gendron. The Rochester, he had a couple of chances that time and just couldn't get the ball to cooperate with him. So Phillips and company now at the midway point, 4 minutes to go. Stacy to Allen. He'll back up behind the arc. Got creative passing lane to Eels. They'll again look for a better shot. Oh, great ball fake. Sold it up and just missed getting the basket. That's what I was talking about with Allen. His penetration off the dribble has been his best offensive weapon, and he'll go to the line and shoot a couple now. Yeah, we have West Rutland taking a timeout, down by 7 with 3:44 to go in the third. All right, so that was West Rutland timeout. That's the first timeout taken here in the second half by Coach Dunches, and that shot a little bit, well, it sounded like a brick, to be quite honest with you. That's where they get that expression, put a brick up there. Now it will miss. That's Zach Allen on the second attempt. Got it. Overall tonight, not that they've shot a ton of free throws, but West Rutland team-wise is probably around 65-70%, which is great for JV ball. They're shooting pretty decent from the free throw line. That's the 4th team foul also on Rochester. Lead down to 6, so West Rutland whittling away at that lead. The only baskets of this second half have come by Benson, number 10, for Rochester. 4 Rochester's points have come from Benson. And nice save, Chadwick, almost turnover by Rochester. That's Bowen out on the top of that 2-3 zone along with Stacy. Chadwick staying on this elbow, and it's Benson with the basketball. Gendron, ball fake, might get away with some steps. They'll go inside to Ainsworth, and he'll just literally put it up. 3-pointer, got it. That's Benson. Jay Benson, and he's got all the points in the second half for Rochester. That's 7 points in the second half by Benson. Puts the lead back at 25-16, and they'll toss the ball away. You could see a couple West Rutland players looked at each other and let the ball go through the middle of them. I'm just wondering, as the game progresses deeper into the second half, if we'll see either team, specifically West Rutland, extend the defense and pick up a little pressure. That's a very creative shot. Oh, Phillips had it, lost it, and boy, they didn't have to pay for it. It's going to stay with Rochester. Went off from Allen's hands last. Gendron was there. And again, a very quietly played game. Gendron, no. Great inbounds play. Just didn't, again, both teams having trouble finishing other than Benson, who seems to, everything goes in, he puts up. Allen. Waiting for the offense to get set here to run the play with 2 minutes to go in the third. Phillips got in the air, gave it off to Eels, off the wing, drew the foul. 15th team foul, and a couple shots coming up for Eels, number 5. As she's spreading the floor, penetrating down the middle. Defense collapsed on him, and he kicked off on the wing to the man cutting in. There's Jordan Hubbard, 50 coming in the ballgame now for Chadwick for Rochester. 25-17, and Eels with another shot coming up. And all this taking place with just a minute 59 to go. So I see West Rutland shooting pretty darn good actually from the free throw line as a team. And the big stat now with 2 minutes still to go in this third quarter is that's the 5th team foul by Rochester. So 2 more fouls, and Rochester will be sending West Rutland to the line for the rest of the ball game. Gendron came all the way across the baseline, and that ball will be slapped out of bounds by Phillips. So it's going to stay with Rochester. As Palmer coming in for Allen for West Rutland. Palmer's going to be wearing number 52. He's the big guy out there wearing number 52. Well, I'll tell you, if West Rutland can get into the jersey here of Benson defensively, he's scored all 7 points for Rochester in this third quarter. Gendron up, and he drew the foul. Same thing, just came down the wing and attacked the basket. Palmer will pick up the foul. That is the first team foul and the first personal foul for West Rutland here in the second half. Well, it's Palmer's first personal foul and the team's first foul. And that's going to be good. So the first person other than Benson to score becomes Gendron. That's for Rochester's side. And again, looking good hands by Palmer as he keeps that ball alive, and it will go off from Rochester out of bounds. It will go off specifically Nick Burns. Stacy coming down, change Stacy, number 24. There'll be no extended defense this trip down by Rochester as they're up by 8. Phillips. It's been a much better third quarter for West Rutland, but they're still kind of looking for those defensive stops that they need. Phillips on the drive, shot was blocked, and on the breakout, Hubbard's going to go up hard off the glass, no good. Gendron followed up, puts a shot high over the defender's arm. Palmer saved it momentarily, and it'll go off from Palmer out of bounds. So the ball will stay with Rochester. Best action of the third quarter right there. Benson will bring the ball in bounds. That's probably the best way to defend him. Let him take the ball out of bounds so he can't shoot. Ainsworth pivoted, found Benson. Stacy on Benson at this moment. They're in that 2-3 zone. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Gendron inside the free throw line, turned, fired, no good. Followed up his own missed shot, and no. Tell you, he deserved the basket for that kind of effort. And Rochester with another opportunity. Gendron ball fakes up and got it. He deserved it. Yeah, that's just great effort by Gendron. That looked like a varsity player right there. A lot of West Side players watched all those offensive rebounds like they were spectators. Phillips behind the back, and oh, great dish. Got it. That's great basketball by Phillips. 28-20, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. They better come out and defend the perimeter against Benson. It's up, and it's just off the mark. A much more offensive third quarter by both teams, 28-20. Rochester with a lead going into the fourth quarter in JV basketball action on Munger Vision. It's been a pretty well officiated basketball game also by Keith Page and Kerry Valenti Fish. And the man inbounding the ball for Rochester is Bowen. He's playing with the 3 personal fouls. And boy, trying to run the break. Allen collides with his own teammate on the floor. They go, and it's going to be Ostro picking the ball up, bringing it out to Bowen. Bowen between circles wants to slow it back down now. More to the liking of the Rochester squad is the slower half-court tempo. I mean, West Rutland, when they've had their flashes of excellence, has been quick push transition type basket. Oh, nice turnaround. Shot off the backboard, around the rim a few times and in. Lead back to 10, 30-20. 7.5 minutes to go in regulation. Allen, the Eels. Well, I'd like to see him a little more dribble penetration. That's going to be a foul on Ostro, yeah. Oh, it was good contact, good call. And that's going to become the 6th foul. So again, I think that was a big factor. I brought it to your attention. 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter after they picked up their 4th team foul, Rochester. Oh, that's not a backcourt. You can pick that up. Yep. Next foul committed by Rochester is going to be at least the 1-and-1 for West Rutland. Stacy on that wheel to the basket. Had it tipped. Allen, no. And Bartlett will hustle there, but his momentum will carry him out of bounds with the basketball. Have more CSJ basketball coming up for you now that their holiday break is over. And then, of course, down to Mill River for some Mill River boys and girls basketball action. And more West Rutland girls basketball, of course. Ainsworth. Again, they got to be aware where Benson is. And that's a good drive. Hard shot, though. Allen with the quick push, front court, baseline, running one-hander, no good. Eels with the follow-up, missed the bunny. Oh, remember that miss. Eels worked hard but missed the shot, and Chadwick's going to be fouled. So there is the turnaround. The offensive rebound put back, no good. The quick push the other way by Rochester. They'll draw the foul. That'll be the 2nd team foul. That'll be Phillips picking up the foul, and that's his. Wow, that doesn't seem right, but they have it as his 1st personal. 6.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Rochester by 10. Benson this time with Phillips on him. Then Phillips releases and goes back down defensively. And then West Rutland has gone to a man-to-man defense now. I like it. I like this a lot better. I'm not a big zone guy. I know there's times and places you got to do it, but yeah, so Rochester taking the timeout. There's the score, 30-20. Rochester with 6:08 to go in the 4th quarter. We'll play on the pass on the inbounds player defensively for West Rutland. Nice catch by Gendron. Boy, I tell ya, he's got the moves of a varsity player. He established his position in front of his defender, squared to the ball, sealing off his defender, and then caught, pivoted. And nice looking little jump shot. 32-12, lead back up. 32-20, lead back up to 12 for Rochester. Bartlett came back to meet the pass. I'm just pondering out loud if West Rutland, a couple of times I've heard Coach Dunches talk about picking the push the ball when they get that off the defensive rebound or on turnover. They want up tempo, and they've had better little flashes of excellence. Should be shots. It's a 7th team foul. That's the 7th team foul. It's the 1-on-1. They're trying to tell. Yeah, there, Coach. What happened? Carl Sereni, the varsity girls coach, right there watching the game, told Donnie Dunches, the JV coach, was the 1-on-1, and now it'll be the 1-on-1 shots coming up for Jacob Eels. That was how the domino effect took place. Oh, but to finish my thought, 5.5 minutes down, 12. I don't think it'd be a bad idea to press defense, see if you can pick the tempo up that way, create some turnovers, and just let your athleticism take over there. I think if they continue to play this half-court, deliberate pace, they'll end up losing, the lead will maintain itself for Rochester. 32-21 on that made free throw by Eels. And there's the 4th foul now on Bowen. And that rebound taken out of there by Mears. Josh Bartlett got in there and tied it up. W West Rutland basketball. Good move by Bartlett. Nice aggressive defense. Phillips came in behind Stacy. That's Stacy with the ball, taking the shot. No. Tipped around, kept alive. Benson will have the basketball. There's the push down the far side by Benson. Stacy will stop the push now defensively. Stacy going to match up with Benson. Again, Benson bouncing around the perimeter between circles and waits for Gendron to come out. Oh, he needs some help defense there. Yeah, they were late sliding over as defensively they had overcommitted. So that will be on Eels, the foul will be. That's just the 3rd team foul. First personal foul on Eels. 5 minutes to go in an 11-point ball game. Rochester with the ball and with the lead under their own basket. They'll set that box formation up. Mears, too far into the basket. Great defense by Allen. Didn't get the foul called. Nice job, Bartlett. Oh, great look, and boy. Oh, did they call it? Try to see what they called here. Forward. Chadwick got the foul. Yeah. And now send Bartlett to the line. Okay, so Bartlett heading to the line. Again, see now, this is what I was talking about earlier with all those fouls. There's 4:54 to go. They're already at 18 fouls, Rochester, which means every time they foul now, that's been, obviously it's going to be a tendency. West Rutland will get a chance to score without the clock running. They'll miss that front end of the 1-on-1. Benson came back. He's going to run the point. Stacy came out, needed some help, and on the strip, the foul will be called. And if it's Bartlett, it's his 4th. And it is Bartlett, and it is his 4th. So Bartlett, like his counterpart, well, I'm looking at number 20 out there for, well, they called that in the act of shooting? Whoa. That's kind of NBA continuation. Now Benson shot the perimeter shot so well, you would assume that, yeah, there he goes. Free throws would be right in his forte, and he'll make it a 12-point ball game again at 33-21. And his second shot up, and nope, he's short. Nice step in by Bartlett. He'll go to the floor, and blue basketball. So Rochester going to get 1 free throw made and get the ball back on the tie-up. Up by 12 with 4.5 to go. 4th quarter action. Oh, Allen can use that wingspan of his to get in that passing lane. Allen goes around the defender, finds Stacy open from the free throw line, no good. And that was Bartlett keeping the ball alive momentarily, but it's going to be Rochester. And boy, I tell you, that was some kind of help defense. Stacy's got a 1-on-3. You talk about some unselfish passing. Oh, what pretty basketball. Phillips, look at that push down the floor. That's why I'm wondering why not extend the defense, pick the tempo up that way. Of course, it's easy to coach from up here. That doesn't mean I'm right. I'm probably completely wrong. Just enjoying a game like a fan. Down to 10 now, the lead is. 3:51 to go in the basketball game. Benson to Chadwick, and no. Had to wait for that second bounce, but another offensive rebound, and going up to the line to shoot a couple. It'll be Gendron, number 12. 22 White will be Allen. He'll pick up the foul. And that is his first personal. So Gendron getting set here and trying to pump the lead back up to 11. We'll miss that first one. A little flat on the shot. And boy, a lot of subs coming. Let me catch up to this for Rochester. Ostro, number 3. Number 50 is Hubbard. And 22 is Burns. Those are all Rochester changes. So Gendron's second shot. Yep. Put a little more muscle on the second one and got it. As Bartlett will inbounds to Allen, and they've creeped up into the backcourt a tad bit defensively. Oh, I tell you, somebody misread something. I'm not sure it was Allen. They started to cut it off the wing and then stopped, and the pass was already en route. Oh, it's all about possessions and scores now. Down to 3:42 to go. Oh, nice look inside, and Ostra with the basket. Great pass. And a timeout taken with 3:15 to go. 36-23 Rochester, back up by 13. Number 14 in the ball game. That's Phillips, 32. Palmer, Bartlett, and Stacy on the floor right now for West Side. Palmer up top, almost lost the handle on the ball and killed the dribble early and taken away by Gendron. And again, he's looking more and more like a varsity player to me. Benson will be called for the travel as he ball faked and slid, and it'll be a turnover. And lucky break there for West Side. Just a tad, under 3 minutes left to go in the basketball game.
Hey, watch it. Go.
Stacy with the touch, and they'll give the ball back to Phillips. There's Bowen. They run that wheel up top. Stacy, yeah, going to go to the line, shoot the 1-on-1. That's the 9th team foul, which means obviously the next foul committed by Rochester. If they do commit one with 2:41 to go, it will be 2 shots the rest of the way. This will be the 1-on-1 though for Stacy. And in desperate need of all the points they can collect right now, any way they can, needing both free throws. Stacy taking his time and missed it. Boy, Bartlett got in there and kept it alive, and it'll be West Rutland basketball. Bartlett got in there and tipped the ball off from the hands of Gendron. Oh, don't want to get the 5 count. They'll squeeze the pass into Palmer and jump ball. Boy, that was just play going nowhere right from the get-go. They had no safety step out to pop the ball up and in. Yeah, Bartlett will be given the assignment of taking the pass. Become the passer, and he'll pop it into Palmer. And nice defense, good defense by Burns. Almost came up with the steal. Yeah, and they will have Bowen take the ball out, number 14, to Phillips. They got to score a bunch of points here in a small amount of time. Oh, nice job of rotating that ball, wheeling it in. Palmer off balance, put the shot up, and Gendron will be fouled. Now it'll be the 6th team foul, and Allen coming back in now for West Rutland. I have it as the 6th team foul. That is the 5th foul on Bartlett. He will foul out. He will sit down. Not shooting. Yeah, it is the 5th foul, and Bartlett has fouled out, and there are no shots. It's only the 6th foul, and obviously he wasn't fouled in the act of shooting. And again, they're content to pick up at mid-court, still in that man-to-man, and Benson and Stacy will be the matchup. Stacy, after the dribble was killed, came out to pressure the basketball. Don't forget, with no shot clock in the state of Vermont, this is all in favor of the team with the lead. There's going to be the 1-on-1. Gendron again posting up. Palmer with the ball fakes, got him to commit. And then that will be just a 7th foul for Gendron, who has played excellent basketball here for Rochester. Has to wait as Chadwick, number 4, Years, number 30, and Bowen, number 20, all in the ball game for Rochester now on the change. So 36-23, and it stays 36-23. As Phillips lost the handle, and a jump ball called as Gendron will tie up Phillips, and it's going to stay with Rochester. That's a big possession right there. Yeah, so Bowen calling the play out as he's handed the basketball. And stripped away by Palmer. Ball still free, picked up by Phillips. Boy, tell you, West Rutland needs points on almost every possession now. They're going to line and shoot 2. That's going to be 5 on. Yeah, Bowen picking up his 5th personal. And that'll bring Benson back in the ball game. That's for Rochester. And Phillips needing to keep that hot free throw shooting up for West Rutland. As the clock stopped with just 1:53 to go. And Phillips all set now. No. He'll get a second one here. Don't forget they're over. That's 10 team fouls now on Rochester. Misses them both. Palmer able to get the rebound. Gets it out to Bowen for West Rutland. 3 ball on it. No. Foul will be on Palmer. Box out. Nice job boxing out by Ostro. And the 1-on-1 coming the other way now. Well, on the positive side, not a lot of time went off the clock between the missed free throws and the foul. Still 1:43 to go. Again, Ostro at the line. For Rochester, that foul will be the 3rd on Palmer now. Allen, Stacy, Phillips, Palmer, and Bowen out there. Missed shot, rebound, kicks way to the outside. Zach Allen will get to it. And Gendron, boy, that was a travel call, yeah. That was just smothering defense being played by Gendron. Okay, so the referees have spoken inside a minute, 2 minutes to go, and they're set now. As Benson. Well, Gendron came off the screen and kissed it off the glass at home. Boy, he is a good-looking player. They must have a dynamite varsity team if he doesn't play varsity. He's on JV squad. And that makes it a 15-point lead. Largest lead of the ball game now for Rochester in just 1:20 to go. Chadwick up ahead. Phillips will pick it out there, looking for Gendron that time on the long outlet pass. Phillips, Dennis Phillips, going to go baseline to baseline. No, got in the air and then tried to get the pass off to Allen, who committed to getting in position to box out on the rebound. And I'm waiting to see Chadwick. Yes, Chadwick's going to come over and take the ball from Keith Page. As this one just 1:11 away from being official. And I'll tell you, Rochester, along with West Rutland, limiting West Side to just 23 points. Phillips got it. Good burst there by Phillips. We'll cut the lead to 13. Chadwick to Mears. Tell you, Mears has played strong off the bench tonight. And Stacy was it a foul or a turnover? It'll be a foul. Now send West Rutland to the line to shoot a couple. Mears with the foul and Stacy at the line. And that'll stop the clock with 42.2 seconds to go. Barring the most miraculous comeback I'll ever see, this one will be just a 4-quarter game tonight. No overtime on the horizon. Stacy got it. Got a little help from the rim and it goes in. And on his second attempt, taking his time, eyeing the basket, and no. Chadwick got it. Tipped it around and then controlled it, and he's going to bring the ball down himself. Allen at midcourt, defensively there for West Rutland. Gendron, not this time, and a follow-up by Burns on a beautiful follow-up. 40th point of the night for Rochester. Oh, nice look. Palmer blocked from behind by who else? Gendron, and then the travel. Mears breaking out of the pack a little bit early with the feet, didn't get the dribble down, and we'll have a turnover. 14.6 seconds to go in the basketball game. Palmer, who else? Gendron not only tipped the ball away, but then stole the ball, and Chadwick lost his place on the court, was out of bounds. as Chadwick looks like he got a foot cramp, limping off the court. And that'll bring number 5, Ainsworth, back in the ballgame for Rochester. Allen, ball fake, goes inside, up, forced it, and Stacy, will he get one more shot up? No, he did, but didn't go. So a 40-26 Rochester win over West Rutland in JV basketball action on Munger Vision. Congratulations to both teams. A well-officiated game. Get out there, support your student athlete.